How's everyone doing tonight? So yesterday we knocked out the Switchglaive build, and today we are going to knock out the Kusarigama build. So thankfully I already had a lot of the stuff that I needed for it, so I've pretty much put it together already, and the focus of this stream is going to be essentially fine-tuning things, getting it exactly to where we want it. So real fast, I'm just checking. Gotta do the T, make sure everything is good, and then I'm gonna sell all those because I am broke. I'm only 2 million. Only 2 million. Okay. I need to reset my shiftling tree. What we're gonna do here. Yeah, I decided to start early. I wasn't feeling that good today, so I figure I'm gonna start early, probably end early, and then just spend some time chilling in the bath. I have my 3 I do. All right, let me do this real fast. This was the last thing I was missing for tempering. Can't believe I'm about to use Fabled Umbracite for this, but whatever, I can always get more. Alright. So the gear is set. We're going. We have untouched ninjutsu on pretty much every piece of the gear. So untouched attack and renegade dragon. Gear is set. These are good. This is good with the corruption and break and final blow. What I need to finalize here is deciding on this guy or somebody else. So with this setup, I'm getting 25% extra ability damage on Phantom, which is pretty nice. But I'm not. So here's the problem we're gonna have, I think, after testing some things. We don't have enough anima coming in with using that. Whereas if we had something like Neko and that 20% right there for Feral, I think that would probably be a better bet. We would have to shift our stuff over to Feral, but I think that's going to work better for us because we'll have a charge bonus based on cumulative damage, which will help a lot more with Kusarigama versus ranged hit. This is also a 22 attunement limit, which is going to make things even harder to pull off this build, but I think I'm gonna try both out, and we'll see which is working the best. I'll need to, of course, re-roll my Otakumaru. Fit with that. Could fit the Scampus in fine. So let me just go on like we'll go after final boss. We'll test final boss a little bit. We'll try out both of these setups and see how anima feels with each. Because a huge part of this build, so while this build does focus around the Kusarigama, to give an idea here, the combination we're running with is, since the Kawanami clan has efficient yokai abilities, this is going to recover a chunk of our anima anytime we get a killing blow. So we're looking to maximize that by really pumping up our stuff. So 20% yokai ability damage on Phantom. Then we have Otakumaru set up with an extra 15%. So we have 15 there. We have 25 here. We have efficiency. And then we're running Todoromoki for an extra 20% if we drop Otakumaru out after we have corrupted an enemy. So there's a lot of synergy between our yokai abilities here. Which actually, while we're in here, let me grab my final blows. I got my damage from behind. Grab chain pull to get P. We need to go into our shiftling tree and a mercenary strike. We're gonna max out sentience. We're gonna max out scampus duration as well. And then I want to max out anima. This is gonna give us more recovery. We're gonna get the reduced penalty because that's good. Over here, need Dragon Vein maxed out. We got Imperious Strike. Rita earned, we're not worried about. Duration, Rita. Anima on perfect key pulse. Basically anything we can pick up. We want anything that focuses around anima gain, we want to have. I do want to grab these things just in case I want to use them. Power. That we want the 40% key recovery. We want special focus finesse. Amrita earned. Want health on yokai ability. Sudama, drop rate of yokai shift. That's good for farming. Water, poison. That restores your health by 30% of the damage dealt if it's dangerously low. Extend the duration. I think we've picked up the main anima stuff. 40% when you obtain a soul core. That's nice, but not that needed. Fuck, I fucked up. I want that. Hang on. Spending more money, gotta respect. Because we're gonna want Sentience and Awaken, since this is gonna be a corruption-oriented build. We're gonna want to have both of those passives maxed out here. Well, actually, I don't know. Hang on. Will this even have... Okay, it will have a Sentience bar. Okay. Okay, extends the awakened state by 20%. Sentience, anima, Kai realm to purify it. Want the restoration here. Want to reduce the key penalty because that's good on any build. Not worried about that. We want Imperious Strike. Want rate that we gain anima. 5/6. To recover. Want this. Leechkin is going to help with yokai. Maximum anima. Special finesse focus. Vigorate. Alright. Let me look through the list here. I want to make sure we're getting everything that's based around anima. Not worried about demonic destruction. Not worried about that. Extending luck, guardian spirit. No. Soul atrophy would be useful. Ores, drop, Amrita. Brita in dark. Got that. 64%. Get more in there. That's just useful to have in general. Got Devour. Or Anima Gain. Scampus Duration has obvious synergy with this build. Key damage dealt. Elemental effects will be lost. Corruption. Leechkin. Raging is worthwhile in some builds. Desperate. Mercenary I need to have for farming. Refugent isn't needed. Right, so I think we're good now. We got 1 point left. Put it there. All right, now we are good. So let me check. Some of those effects have fallen off. So we have Renegade Dragon Dex, Renegade Dragon Skill. And then low stance, Renegade Dragon, Constitution. Whirlwind Kick is going to be for dealing key damage. Blade Spin will do our... Blade Spin will yank an Anima for us. Serpent Strike will give Mercenary. Murderous Strike we'll put on there. Alright, I think that's good. I made a build between Genru, Kono, and the weapon is Kusa. Buff absorbs, activate, like, recovery, attack, defense. I mean, you're spreading yourself too thin. Gotta get you need to pick up more stuff that's gonna actually help with your damage right now. That's the thing. If you spread yourself too thin, you won't have the damage you actually need to make a build work. So I think Feral might. Well, we'll have to. We're gonna keep an eye on our Anima Gain here, because that's the big thing. We're not gonna use our Talisman yet either. Just gonna focus on combating without that, and we'll get a feel for how fast we're gaining Anima without using that. Stop that. So Blade Spin will be good for Anima Gain. Right now, our Anima Gain really does suffer a lot. And a big part of this build, obviously, is trying to get Corruption procced on the target before we nuke it. I've never seen that before. Okay. And every time I grab a core, obviously, it's coming up. But I want more consistent, because you're not going to be picking up cores in boss fights. This is a Kusarigama Yokai ability build. Keep those points for now. Don't I have, yeah, I do have it. Just weird. Oh, we're going to keep an eye on how fast our anima gain is here to fight. Because picking up cores... I think we're going to need the cumulative damage thing. That ability doesn't hurt at all. Yeah, we might need to go feral here. I didn't forget to use Summer Twilight. I wasn't worried about using Summer Twilight. Like I said, we're looking at anima gain right now, not how fast we can kill something. Figured Hakutaku would be best, but if Neko is going to have the 20%, we may be able to do that and rotate everything over to feral and then make it work that way. I'd have to do a little bit of farming on humans, but I think that may be the best bet here because we're going to need a cumulative damage bonus to ramp up our anima. All and drop rate. Go. Because we're going to go from range to cumulative charge. We still have 20%. Get an extended counter, and we have anima ninjutsu. That's just going to work that much better. I need to use Neko. And then if I'm using Neko, I liked the life drain here, but I really need Yokai ability damage feral. This is going to be anima charge active skill. So auto grave and feral. Untouched ammo and feral. Item drop and feral. I mean, item drop's not bad. Medicine burst. Life drain on water attack. They're all kind of ass. I guess medicine burst, maybe? Let's do that. So I'm gonna have to shift it over to feral. Well, if I wanted to go ninjutsu like that, it would work. But I'm trying to avoid going for growing stuff. I didn't want to do the shuriken and kunai stuff. I want to have a bigger focus around Kusarigama usage. I want the build to be about the Kusarigama as opposed to just growing items. This is so we're gonna just the same run here. We'll see how anima gain feels using this. I think with a cumulative charge and arc yokai, it'll probably fly in pretty easily. Still gotta decide if I want to keep Renegade Dragon or not. It doesn't really feel like it's coming in that much faster. But at the same time, I feel like this would be a smarter choice anyway. Blade spin seems to feel pretty good. Let me see how, let me put Imperious over here. See how that feels. Now let me do it the mid stance one. So we'll do this, will be Imperious Strike. And then this will be... This would get our Dex bonus. No, actually, I'd probably give Dex bonus here. And then this, I'd keep the Constitution. It's a pretty good amount of gain right there. What did I put it on? Mid? The sentience is building up really fast, which I like. Though I'm going to need to re-roll all of these fuckers over, which I don't like. I need to get a good inheritable. I can probably farm up Katana Guy to get some Mortal Soul Cores pretty easily. Actually, I don't think I can even get Corruption on him. You stop moving, bro. The anima gain definitely did feel better there. Plus, to be fair, Neko will make more sense since I'll gain anima on all of my ninjutsu tools, so we'll probably keep that. But this does mean I'm gonna need to change him over to Feral. What if I got Sarutobi Gunsticks? Still good? I mean, you're throwing away a stat, but you could use them. The whole reason we didn't want Sarutobi Gunsticks on the Tonfa build is because we're not using Devastation at all. There's a different end move that we can use that's good for build-up. Never the Inheritable. So instead of using, what is it called? Devastation, which is Tonfa Gun, you should be using Heavenly Chain, which is going to be your square ending, so that's going to replace Crimson Lotus. You could keep Devastation, but, I mean, you could just as easily use Shove or whatever it is. Use Shove at the end of the combo to just keep aggression up, so. That's right, I should have enough money to do this now. It's remodeled, that's remodeled, that's remodeled. Right, now you're reinforced. You're reinforced. You're reinforced. You're reinforced. I think I got the helmet done. Yes. Okay, so now everything is reinforced. And we're still at 28 encumbrance, so I think we can... Shit, we're not going to need this much heart. Let me respec here. So we're at what? 9-9. Alright. We're not using Hakutaku. You're at 9. You're at 9. We'll float that up to 10. That'll give us a little wiggle room as we level up our gear. I think you're left at base. You're 99. You're 99. Constitution at least to 8. part at least to 7. I'm probably taking both of these way, way higher anyway. Alright, so we have full abilities there. We have Medicine Burst still. Okay. Elemental damage is garbage. That's why we're not concerned about the water damage on the set. We're going to go up to 30 on this. No, 20 is... I think 20 is where you first... Let's see. 10 points. Yeah, so 20 is the first break point. And then the next 10 points give us 47. It's a lot of health. Let's take you up to at least 50 for now. Alright, as for jutsus, I'm going to keep 3 of those on. We're going to keep 3 of those on. And what did I do? Oh no, I did 2 arc yokai. Part of me wants to go more into magic and pick up protective talisman here, since we are in squishy armor. What do you guys think? Do we want steel? I feel like I might be better off with protection because we're in light armor. The boost from steel isn't going to be that substantial. If we're doing that, we need to reset our Romeo. Where is... Make those guys cheaper. Always respeccing this shit. Well, I like steel on beefy builds. I agree here. I don't know. I used steel on the Omeo build, but the Omeo build was in mostly heavy armor, so I think it made sense. Here, on the other hand, I don't think we're tanky enough to justify that. I think protection is just going to be a better bet in general. Like Fire Familiar cheaper. I like him. Those 2 are garbage. Explosive Shot. Health on Elixirs. Want Fast Cast. So I think I got most of... Oh, Extraction. I should max out Extraction. Where's that at? Got Wealthbringer. I never used that. Sloth I never used, but I'll put a point in it. Sanctity. I never used Sacred Water, so I'm ignoring that. Life Seal is kind of useful. It's for a cast-oriented build. All right. Oh, man. All right, so now that we've redone our loadouts, Arc Yokai is cheaper, so we can put 3 of them on. They make sense. Having access to Barrier, always good. Barrier makes sense. Now, I want Protection. Protections are 5. So I'm gonna go double protection. I need to get up to what, 20? That'll give me double protection, 3/3, and that way we have 2 protection on for the boss. All right, I like that. That seems like a nice split. I could even go 3 protection, but anyway. For ninjutsu, we're gonna go 5 of each feather type. Because why the hell not? I love my feathers. But leave that open that people could use kunai or whatever tickles their pickle. And then double quick change. Alright, I like that loadout a lot more. Let me get this dojo mission done real fast. Yokai form is based on your guardian spirit. I still do this. What? You were supposed to let me final blow your ass. Stop this. I might be... Oh my god, stop this. What are you doing? Jesus, I'm just trying to abuse foot sweeps and this guy is like, fuck off. God, alright. I thought foot sweep was still good, but Jesus Christ, it takes like 3 seconds to go off now. I don't think you can do it unless you're running like Tadanashi or something. You would need a shit ton of toughness to even do that ability. I mean, I had to pick it up to get armor piercer, but still, that sucks. Yo, why is... This is why I hate doing dojo missions in light armor. Light armor is fucking ass for dojo missions. I like the remake a lot. I think I gave it like a 10 out of 10. I'm not going to be able to Renegade Dragon on him. I might put extra key damage on Whirlwind over the kick. No! No! Oh my god, dude, why are you hitting so hard? God damn, dude. Running effects stack with armor weight. So if you run all light armor with speed running attribute. Fast. I'm just gonna beat his ass the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I think I might do Masterful on Whirlwind. Because having that follow-up attack, it's actually a lot of key damage I'm doing with that. No, fuck you, dude. No, get away. Oh my god. Bro, no, 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 no! Oh my god. Oh, this guy. What'd you eat yesterday? I think it was the chicken. Paige's mom made some chicken and they like cooked it in the air fryer and put buffalo sauce on it. Dude, it was no bueno. Like, it was legit. Like, my ass has been a volcano for the last 24 hours. I've been miserable. Like, I took like half the day off work because I legit, so I had to pause the stream yesterday. I was like, oh, hang on, I'll be back. I gotta go. Ran to the bathroom. Second the stream was done, ran to the bathroom. Got into bed, had to go to the bathroom. Woke up at like 3 in the morning, had to go to the bathroom. Woke up at 4:30, had to go to the bathroom. Woke up again at 5, had to go to the bathroom. Took time off work at that point, was like, listen, I need to go back to bed. I feel fucking terrible. Like, it was miserable. It just non-stop shitting, essentially. And it wasn't even like poops. It was just like liquidy farts at that point. Just non-stop liquidy farts. Like, my ass is still so raw that it like, I like can't even sit normal. Bro, stop with this fucking throw. Jesus Christ. You know, I can do that too. Yoinked him on over. Like, dude, I have a bidet, so thankfully that helps. But since I woke up, the only thing I've had to eat has been like yogurt, chicken noodle soup, and banana. You should make an everyman's build, something like poison build you can swap out any ability for. Easy to get started, even a new game. That's not a thing. Builds, I've said this before, builds are 100% irrelevant in new game for Nioh. In Nioh, you literally can just dump every single skill point you get into your primary stat, where whatever armor comes along that happens to fall into your lap, and you can beat the game. There is absolutely no reason whatsoever you need to do a build for new game in Nioh. Is there any other Kusarigama things we want? I'm not a fan of corner bore. I guess I could get Masterful Guard. I don't like corner boar. I don't like corner tiger. Bird of Prey and Crimson Flurry or Dookie. I could get Passage to the Afterlife. I might as well, actually. We're skipping Indomitable Spirit. We're skipping Leaping Strike, even though I have Water Drop because it's butt. Not a fan of Full Moon Kata, so we're just going Grapple from here. Alright, we gotta go get, I think he's Shadow. We gotta get some Mortal Soul Cores. Well, you have to go past the parry, but we're not actually using the parry with Kusarigama. It's just not... It's okay, but because you need to pick up the parry to make your way down to Renegade Dragon. But this is the same button for Renegade Dragon, so you take that. I'm still not sold on Renegade Dragon. I think it's going to be the best choice, but it can be a little bit iffy. You really got to pick either... you got to pick Renegade Dragon, Blade Spin, or Crimson Flurry. And Crimson Flurry will do the most damage, but it also has the poorest tracking. Renegade Dragon tracking is almost as bad, but it tends to hit a little bit better since it goes all over the place. Blade Spin has excellent tracking, but the damage is lower than both Renegade and Crimson. Where do we go from here? I guess like a little bit more key, probably. Well, let me just fight and see what I feel about key or health. Now. I mean, my only problem with Crimson is that the track, like, something can move slightly and Renegade Dragon still has a good chance to hit him. With Crimson, if something moves even a little bit, it fucking whiffs. It just... But the damage is really good on it. It's Whiff City. So I need to get a Feral Core from this guy. Yeah, Blade Spin, Renegade Dragon, Crimson Flurry. In increasing damage and increasing wildness with how bad the tracking is. It's kind of why I went for Renegade. Renegade is just, it's like a nice middle ground, I guess you could say. But the only thing I don't like about this build, which, I don't know. The whole point here was to get Corruption put up on a target and then dunk on it with Tartaramoki. But most of the time, you're going to kill enemies before you can actually corrupt them. So I think maybe I should move away from Tartaramoki and do a different combination. Whether it's going to be like Scorched damage or something else, I don't know. Just thinking Bird might not be worth it. There's no such thing as a Nioh 2 professional. It's not a competitive game. Professional just means you make a living doing it. I mean, even then, wouldn't the question be, am I a professional streamer or a casual streamer? I don't think anybody can make a professional living only streaming Nioh. Yeah, we're doing Honda Clan for the damage. I don't know, chat. We might have to get rid of the burb. Because the whole point of burb is getting extra damage in. But if we're not getting corruption, I mean, to be fair, corruption is more of an anti-human thing, which Kusarigama already shits all over anyway. But I really wanted to do a build centered around corruption. Yeah, you just donate to the clan, that's it. But to be fair, that kind of works, because if we're worried about yokai, we have the yokai abilities. If we're worried about humans, we have corruption. So there is some synergy here. Clement, what do you think? Do we drop burb? Because the fights where we would actually use burb, or the fights where we could take advantage of burb's 20%, stuff is dying before we can get corruption on it. Burb. Burb. The bird. Tadaramoki. We call it burb. Because the idea was going to be to corrupt stuff and then drop out Otaku Maru and blow it up. But stuff is dying, well, yokai at least. Yokai are dying long before we can get corruption off. So I think we need to drop burb for something else. Damn it. Root. Like, let's try fighting him and see, his corruption will go off real easy on humans, and Kusarigama already claps on humans. I think we're gonna shy away from Yamnaba just because we have Summer Twilight if we want a buff. Summer Twilight is just a faster version. Yeah, like, look at that. He's getting fucked up. So corruption will it'll make quick work of any human boss. Just bottom out their key. And well, I have a purity version, but that's going to be changing the build. I think we're going to keep corruption. Though I have the purity Kawanami. But is it even needed? Because this build pulls in anima so fast. that I don't think we need to worry about purity for yokai. Because since we're gonna be going after, like, anytime you're fighting yokai, if you're fighting yokai, the whole point is we're gonna blow them up with our yokai abilities. So I think we need to change our thing up. I think we need to not use bird. And we need to look for a alternative to burb. So instead of burb, I gotta get rid of some of these extras. I have so many extras. Sort by type. So, no to the Gaki, no to the Yoki, charge attack, back on Yokai shift. Maybe, what's a good choice? I mean, we could do Ippon. We could do Ippon to take advantage of Scorch. It's going to be 20%. So Scorch and the equipment drop is kind of dookie. And my bonus. Yatsu is poisoned. That's melee damage. We want yokai ability. We could do efficient yokai ability all on an aberrant. That would give us an extra 10% efficiency towards using Otakumaru. That could potentially work. So many Tengus. Yokai ability on poison, but we're not running poison with this build. Oh, that would work well, but I don't want to do poison. Though that would work really well, actually. Because that would be, if we made this build poison and ran a Rukurobi and we poison the enemy, we're getting an extra 30% damage on Otakumaru. But then we're just making another fucking poison build, which I don't really want to do another poison build. But that would be a lot of damage. Having 20% yokai ability damage and 10% yad. Because sadly, the 20% on bird just isn't going to be worth it. And Gyuki won't. Oh, Gyuki's melee versus. We want yokai versus. All right. So if we're not gonna do the bird, if we're not doing the bird, our other choices are going Ippon for Scorched or Rukurobi for Poison. Or we just pick something that's just going to be good in general that has 10% Yad. Weak output. Well, we're not worried about the damage. We're just worried about applying Scorch. That's it. So I wonder, do we know? Hang on, let me check on the server if anybody has a Yad Ippon. Because Poison would be really good. Gatsu. I mean, we would have the cumulative bonus from him, which would help, as always. We would need an Amatsu that has... That's Life Drain and Anima. That's actually not a bad Amatsu to run on this. But I feel like I would need a Yad. I would need a Yad 10% and Anima, probably. I have a Yad Epon. Man, I'm really torn here. Because the other thing is, if we went poison is obviously broken right now. And going poison means we could work in, we could run Rukurobi. And this is a mean-ass Rukurobi. Because that's 20% on them being poisoned and an extra 10%. The question is it going to be easier to poison stuff or scorch stuff? Because if we do poison, we get the obvious extra 50% melee versus poison damage. Well, I think the nerf is coming for poison, but we don't know for sure. It's just a guess. Well, if we ran Kasha, could we do Kasha and Rukurobi though? Where the hell is Kasha at? I need to... Hang on. I have too many soul cores. Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking. I could whip out a poison shuriken and apply it pretty easily. Though Kasha would give us life drain. So that's a -1 attunement cost Kasha. And then instead of Scampus, how much is Rukurobi? Damn, so we couldn't run Kasha and Rukurobi. No, wait, we would want Kasha and Epon. Not Rukurobi. Rukurobi's for poison. Where is our Epon? You could not run him either. He's going to be 7. So if we take Kasha, the combo's not going to work. So if we had... Someone in chat said they had an Epon. Well, we would need a Epon that's 10% Yad and then something else. I don't know, Anima or whatever. Well, the whole point is so the whole point of this build is to do as much damage as possible through the Kusarigama and ramp up to drop out crazy strong soul cores. So Otakumaru being the strongest soul core was the obvious choice. If we don't do Otakumaru, if we were to take something like, say, if we were to make Kasha our primary damage dealer here, and then run an Epon for the 20%. I mean, you could do that, but then you're counting on Kasha for your damage. Otakumaru is damage. He will melt. And if we're looking to ramp up a yokai ability as strong as possible, he's a pretty clear choice for why we want him. If we were to do, let me look at poison again. Because we would still keep the build as corruption, and we would only have to pull out. Just wanted to mention, you can't get Yad on Ippon because it already has the 20%. I don't know about that. I thought that as well, but we have Rukurobi has Yad and 20%. That's 20% yokai ability damage poisoned and 10% yokai ability damage all. So if he can have it, in theory, Ippon and Todoromoki can have it as well. Unless this one counts as different because poison is a status and not an elemental. I mean, and Rukurobi is actually, if you think about it, if we're doing a ninja build, Scorch and Poison makes sense. Because those are the two things that are going to be easy to apply with ninjutsu. We could run Poison Shuriken to instantly apply poison in any situation we need. And we could run Explosive Shuriken or Fire Shuriken to pull that off easily as well. So let's say we were to do, let's say we put him in, right? And then how much is Ippon going to cost? Ippon, do I have a -1? I don't. So if we were to get a -1 Yad Ippon, could we still fit in Otakumaru? Oh shit, that might be it. That might be... This might be the golden goose combo we're looking for, is we have Otakumaru ready to fucking explode stuff. And then if it's poisoned, we have an extra 20%. If it's scorched, we have an extra 20%. That sounds pretty OP. %, 20%. Well, once we have a Yad, so that would be, we'll have another 10 here. So it'll be 20, 10, 20, 10. So 60 plus the 15. So that's an extra 75% damage on Otakumaru. It would fucking annihilate anything. If we're going to do this... Yeah, I get the extra 20%. That's what I was trying to farm up before we started digging in depth. I want ninjutsu. Fire shurikens. Poison shurikens. Okay, so let me ready some jitsu up. We're going to drop these off. And we'll keep Flaming Hair and Feathers on at 6. And then we'll run Poison Shurikens, as many as I can bring along. Just 10. That's good. And then for the last 2, I think Yad is overkill. But that's the point, Raffle Waffles. Is it necessary that in hentai, the tentacle monster has a 3-foot penis? No, it is not. But it is the overkill that makes it so you can't stop watching. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Just killing them with Otaku Maru isn't enough. We need to go beyond. We need to go to levels that were previously thought impossible. Maybe I just slap some caltrops on because lol. Like, why not? Like, yeah, you can use your caltrops here to slow it down and then make sure it doesn't move. No, damn it, caltrops would go here. Flaming Heather and Pharaohs would go here. Actually, if I drop... I wouldn't mind getting a tiger running. It would be nice to have one tiger running on. For 2 more, I could fit 2 tiger running. I'm really hard ass. Do I really need 9 poison shuriken? I need to get up to 37. Quick change, yes, that needs to be there. Seven should be plenty, right? Because we're not even going to need that level of brokenness in most cases. Do poison arrow? I don't want to do poison arrow. That requires me to pull out my bow. Unless it's like really good. If it's really good, I'll consider it. No, I wouldn't even worry about the poison weapon. I mean, if we really want to min-max this, we could take the corruption off of this and we could re-roll it to be either fire or poison. That is doable. I mean, we'll probably already put poison on one of these just because I'll probably re-roll a proficiency bonus into poison because I might as well. Yeah, the poison weapon is good for keeping on. That's the thing. I don't think we're going to need to keep it on. I think the idea is once we're ready to go, we basically fire, poison, we drop a Takumaru, and the boss just dies. Like, instant death. Man, stop it. Spending too much time trying to do shit instead of just killing him. Oh, we already have untouched on all the gear. Yeah, generally I try to get weapons to +5 for build videos, but on your main set you would go all the way up to +10. It's just it's not needed most of the time. Damn it. Still don't have a feral core. I mean, I could just combine them and call it a day. I do have a feral version of him, but it's my super farmy one that has luck and item drop rate. But I'm pretty sure I have most smithing texts already. But I might want this for farming in the future, but it requires me to pop Yokai Shift. Do I just fuse it and say, fuck it, and then that way I can farm with this one? Kind of annoying to have to pop Yokai Shift before a kill every time. Become feral. Oh, item drop rate versus Yokai. I'd rather have luck on Yokai Shift. All right, so now I need a I need a good Ippon Datara. An Ippon that has this one's set. This is attunement and Yad. So Ippon, I don't even need attunement. I just need Yad and what's the Ippon you had? Yad and something else? Is it Yad and attunement? I feel like they're all Yad and attunement. How is your +5 higher than +8? Have you remodeled your weapon? This actually worked well when you think about it, because this way, if the target's immune to poison, you can usually scorch it. If it's immune to scorch, you can probably get it with poison. Either way, you're going to be able to yank out an extra 20% if you need it. Sounds good. And on the off chance that it's weak to both, you can absolutely annihilate it. My guy's fucking rippled chest. He's like, bitch, wish you had muscles like this. So I'm going to look like when I'm done with the trainer. Bet. All right, let's go do a little bit of farming here. Let's see if there's one dropping at Fire Gods right now. Hop in the Discord. We got to get a 10% Ippon Yad. Put that on, and then things are good. I don't see any reds right now. I see lots of blues. Do I want? I like having a little bit more key. Oh, is the extra key needed? Yeah, why not? How do you trade soul cores? Is it still relevant? Yes. And it's hard because it's not a guaranteed where it's like you just add your friend and you get it. It takes a lot of dumb luck and killing that revenant over and over and over again. But you can do that to trade revenant cores. Yep. We'll knock out this. This will give us a good idea because his eye is like, he's a yokai but fights like a human. Yeah, that's the big thing. You got to fight him in the dark realm to get it to drop. This will give us a good idea for how good this is at just hauling ass through something. Gotta go fast, Sonic style. Yeah, stop that. Damn, that's a lot of healing coming in. Sorry, I'm just fucking around. I'm just dropped a Revenant 10, yeah. Alright, I'm just talking to people in the Nioh Discord. We're seeing if anybody has a Yada Ippon. Yes, DLC will raise the level cap. Bro, his health just disappeared. Damn. You got knocked the fuck out. All right, so somebody just dropped one at Fire God, so we're just gonna reset this and we're gonna farm up the Ippon. I'll show y'all how we do this too. This will be good, because people are probably gonna be coming and hunting after these soul cores when this video drops. So the idea behind soul core trading, most of it's done right here, because you have to fight them in the Dark Realm. Right now we have none, so we need to get Revenants to spawn. So we'll just hang out here, hit the shrine, and we're gonna hit the shrine. All right. No Revenants are done, so what we can do is we can close the game, restart it, and this should refresh Revenants for us. Just think of this as we're slow rolling people in, Mizu. We're slow rolling some people in now, and then in the video, people will slowly trickle in. This Ippon, though, this should be pretty spicy. I mean, is your Ippon a -1? Because that's the one that someone in chat is dropping me in the Discord is dropping me a -1 Yadal. But I feel like I should try and get one that has like health, maybe. I don't know. I mean, the -1 isn't bad, because that way, if somebody doesn't have a -1, they'll need one less. All right, so now we got Revenants. So I would suggest killing this guy just so he doesn't get in the way. God, I'm terrible at this. There we go. All right, let's see. So this guy has a Namahage. We're just looking for the guy that has the Ippon. That might be the Ippon over there. Okay, guy. Oh my god. Fighting with light armor. Let me see what his name is. Who's dropping it? Strapped a Rev and Fire God. Captain Jack is who we're looking for. Dark Lobo. GNGC. Try and get his too. About to buy Monster Hunter World. Is it a good game? It is an amazing game. Nothing from him. Two. Kissed. All right. So nothing that we wanted. So let's go. Quit and we go back. Yeah, I'm trying to force the spawns out now. I guess the only real question is if we're going to be switching up, do we want to still use corruption? Because corruption will make us shit. The general rule of thumb is corruption shits on humans. Purity shits on yokai. But Kusarigama kind of shits on humans by default, just from how many hits it's throwing out. Is corruption overkill? Or is it a good balance, since we can already blow up any yokai we encounter with our yokai abilities? Because the whole point behind making corruption originally was because we wanted to do what's it called? We wanted to take advantage of the bird. Since we've dropped the bird, and we'd have to respec it, but we do have the purity Kusarigama that that Gaki managed to create. Focus. GC. Yeah, this is the one we want. So we just gotta keep killing this thing. Which Kawanagi is that? That's the corruption one that's going around. Now we got, oh man, I like how there's two different corruption ones floating around now. That's the other thing. After Gaki did all that crafting, I feel like I have to use the corruption. I can't be like, well, we decided that poison was going to give us more damage overall, so fuck it. No, it would, to be fair. If we were going to do, we could just do poison and then 25-25, and that's an instant 50% increase in our melee damage, but is it needed? I don't think it's needed. I think we should stay away from poison. It's probably getting nerfed. Let's stay away from it. Corruption will give us better human killing, and in the DLC, they usually have ridiculously OP humans, so corruption will probably shine very nicely there. I mean, right now, poison is still top of the food chain. The problem is that, well, I shouldn't even say the problem. Basically, I think poison is getting nerfed. Right now, poison is so strong that there's really no reason to run anything over poison. And because of that, I think the devs are probably going to hit it with the nerf bat in an upcoming patch. Because it doesn't make sense that poison is as strong as it is with no downside. I'm sorry, Bo, but I'm married. Can't be with you. Man, coming in here and dropping all these inheritables, now I feel like I gotta save it. Light armor, success. Good old life drain. Like that. What else is dropping? Can always use more of those. Oh, nice. 5. When did that start floating around? How does poison work? The reason poison is OP is you can roll 25% bonus damage against poison targets on your accessories. And so just having that on your accessories, not even counting like putting in it, there's a helmet that gives you 18% poison. There's a snake. Snake gives you like another 18%. Just having the accessories, it's an extra 50% damage. I combined Yatagarasu and Omio Warrior and managed to get 200 toughness. Good. But if you're doing Omio, why not just use Warrior of the East? Omio Magic Power A and Honda Clan deal more damage? I don't think so. I would do your testing again. Because I tested all those combinations and Warrior of the East was doing significantly more damage than Omio Warrior was. I tested Warrior of the East, Omio Warrior, Black Fox Mask, and then the Yata set. And in pretty much every single instance, Warrior of the East with Yata. Well, don't use Tengen during a test. You should be, if you're testing damage, you should have everything off with the exception of your set bonuses. You should be looking at what is your damage with attack bonus Constitution Warrior of the East. What is your damage with magic damage bonus Omio Warrior, and then base it on a single attack, like a mid-stance medium attack. If you're going through damage tests and you have on spirits and a bunch of buffs and attack on the gear and all this extra shit, it's not, at that point you're not creating a good baseline test. Any testing you should do, you should eliminate every single variable you can from the test. God, they do not want to drop the Soul Course. Yeah, 685 ohmio power, which seems better than 5% melee compared to your footage. Phantom, I'll tell you what, man. You run whatever you want, right? I did extensive testing. I can guarantee you that Warrior of the West and Yada is stronger beyond any doubt. But if you want to run Ohmio Warrior, run Ohmio Warrior. The whole point of this game is run what makes you happy. Why they take a lot of time to release the DLC? Because there's a worldwide pandemic right now? Like, come on, buddy. Everything's getting delayed. You can't even go out and buy toilet paper at a store. Obviously, DLC's getting delayed. Yeah, man. Soul Core drop farming is ass. But you do what you gotta do to get the OP damage. Nobody wants to drop it. Drop. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hey! Oh. All of that, and it's just an Otakumaru. Ghost of Tsushima isn't in June anymore. They've delayed it to July. Now, this is the gear for the build. If we're looking to maximize our Kusarigama damage, your best bet is going to be River Yokai combined with Yada. Because we're getting 5% melee from Yada, we're getting 40 attack defense Kusarigama, and another 4% melee from this set that we're running now. And if you were to go for, like, say, Warrior of the East, you have to heavily invest... You have to heavily invest in Constitution, which isn't one of your core stats. The reason that build works for something like Switchglaive is you're gonna go 99 in Constitution anyway, but here your 99 should be skill and dexterity. We are trying to get a Yada Ippon Datara, which is an Ippon that has 10% Yokai ability damage all on it. So that means if the enemy is scorched, we're getting an extra 30% damage. Then we're getting an extra 30% if it happens to be poisoned. And then we're getting an extra 15% just on Otakumaru being Otakumaru. And then an extra 25% from the fact that he's feral. Basically, it's a lot of shit that when put together means our Revenant will just hit at absurd levels. Nope, Dark Realm Revenant is Dark Realm Revenant. right. Well, Kunai said, I mean, you'd want to be running Kato. That's a whole different build. Kato is your main loadout for that. Any day. Any day now. You guys think Renegade Dragon was the right choice? Should I have gone Crimson Flurry? Because if I went Crimson Flurry, it means I could use the parry and mid stance. Have my damage allocated to top stance. Or if I went Blade Spin, I have better tracking. Renegade is really flashy. Oh yeah, it does do more damage. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it whiffs a lot. It just whiffs. Like every time I was trying to, when I was leveling, or when I was doing my first run of the game, I had Crimson Flurry on. And I feel like 9 times out of 10 when I tried using it, it just ass. Straight ass. Didn't, never fully hit. Whirlwind's a decent skill. I keep Whirlwind on. I like Whirlwind with Masterful Strike. Good for AoE. Well, I mean, the whole point of Renegade, I think, is you essentially execute it right after you break the key on your target. You get something to where it's not going to be able to counter immediately. You can with burst counter. Huh. Renegade also benefits more from the key boost as opposed to the blade boost, and I think the key boost in Federal, or in general, is going to be the superior choice. Oh my god, would you stop this shit? Is there any way to start over New Game Plus? Pick a new character? That's about it. Or just play through it with level sync on. Struggle using Tafa because whenever I do any demon dance, the enemy move to the left or right or back. Well, that's the thing. You're not, if you're having trouble with it, you take Ikanagi or whatever, and then you're not animation locked. Apocalypse is good damage, but there's a skill that lets you literally like reset your demon dance out of any move in the game. Against Ianagi or Izanagi or some shit like that. With that, Tonfa can just literally demon dance like forever. As long as you have key, I guess. This is a good game worth buying. No, it's terrible. I got 500 hours in it because I'm a masochist and I like playing games that are bad. I think it's these three. That's actually not a bad ability if you get the Scorch off. Bring an Epom back. Epon, I remember back in the demo, Epom was like fucking silly. And then they do some pulverized man. Stop this, you shit. I didn't know I was getting a bunch of pulverized man. Domio, item drop. Oh, weapons. Final blows. Die. Hey, there we go. Captain Jack. It was Jack? What was it? What was his full tank? Let me message Jack and tell him I got it. Captain Jack. It is Captain Jack. All right. So, with that... Let me move over the attack Yokai shift. Though this is a luck item drop rate. I should keep him for farming. 10% all. 10% all. Oh my god, it's sexy. I don't know. Do we need to make the Rukarobi feral? I feel like I never use Whiplash. Like this will do some work. This will destroy lives. This, is it needed? I don't know. Probably not. And actually, before I leave, I am going to also drop my Revenant here. So anybody that's trying to get this build, this has this corpse. Well, actually, I'll do it right over here, right by the corner. All three of the soul cores you need for the new build. Dropping it right here. Farm that up. The OCD says yes. Well, we'll go back to farming, dude. Hang on. Lazy. 5 feet? That's too far to run. I'll just pump a Summoner's Crystal. Alright, let's go farm up a Mortal Soul Core. We'll make it blue. We'll have a chance to see how the damage feels now that we have both the Yad on both. Fire Gods Magatama, Region 2. I mean, Nioh 1 is still a good game, but like after you've played Nioh 2, like I know, for me at least, I could not go back to Nioh 1 because I love burst counters. Burst countering is so much fun. And I love yokai abilities, and I'm not a giant fan of yokai form, but living weapon I didn't like living weapon. Because you're just stuck in mid stance spamming an ability and killing shit. I think Nioh 2 is a massive improvement. Beep beep, I'm a Jeep. I might only need one tiger running. With 99 ninjutsu, the shit lasts so long. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he wasn't really standing in it that well. Hey, Taro Tachi. How'd you get your character's physique to match your own? Obviously, with a lot of time spent. All right, is there a better Mortal Soul Core farm? I feel like this would be the best, but I don't think I've ever actually spent the time to farm before. I might go down to one tiger running though. Abduction? Who are you farming in Abduction for Mortal Course? Oh, that baby Cyclops. True. Kill the Revenant brother? Yeah, you know what? I hadn't even thought about it, but yeah, that is an extra core. Damn it, I hate that bug. Where it's like right after a burst counter, like you'll do the animation, but you won't actually have the Kusarigama out. Kill the Revenant in Earth folding back to Shrine, he respawns. Roger that. Imbue corruption on weapon. Poison isn't needed. Though I might still roll for poison on the accessories just because why not? So earth folding is going to take up 3. Let me just take off my, take them off. Actually, I don't know. I mean, rolling for the 25% melee damage makes sense. But if I feel like if I'm doing that, I should go poison instead of corruption. But then again, I already kill shit so fast, it's not needed on anything but a boss. Where's the Revenant at? Oh, I see what you're saying now. I was thinking of, I thought that, isn't there a Revenant that spawns in that fight? That's what I was thinking of, the Revenant that spawns in the fight. Okay, stop that. Getting a little bit uppity there, bro. Let me get my grapple damage up here. My newest. Hey, there we go. Mortal Sore Core. And it has inheritable attack. I kind of want to use that on something else. Like, the inheritable attack makes me want to put it on a... someone. Where's what's his face at? Takamaru? Fuck, Yokai shift his ass. Well, I only needed the one. I only needed to get that one core, so we're basically done. but it's good to know that approach for the future. We'll do this, and then we'll redrop the cores, since they're going to be all feral. Soul Fusion! I wanted to make a charge build forever, but all the charge abilities are due. There you are. And it gets an attack 5. Beautiful. All right, so I think the build is done. We got 5% melee there, 5% and another 40 here. We're ignoring the water damage because elemental damage itself is ass. But Whirlwind's nice. Efficient Yokai ability is nice. This is good. All right, so now the question is, what do we put on our accessories? Because I like the pillbox. I like the life recovery on Amrita. That's pretty sexy. Do we pick up melee damage versus poison just because it'll make us that much stronger? Or is that overkill? I think we pick it up and just, you know, be like, you know what? When poison gets nerfed, just re-roll that. Beyond that, life recovery and ninjutsu bonus. You have life recovery. I don't need untouched elixir. Paralysis accumulation. I'd really like to have the damage over time. Like damage done over time. Untouched ninjutsu's good. I'm running out of money. I'll just take elixir efficiency and call it a day. As for you, yes, I like. Melee versus poison. Where's it at? There's the melee versus poison. And then this, we can roll. I could go life drain ninjutsu, but I'm not using that much ninjutsu. Burn accumulation isn't a terrible idea. Poison accumulation isn't a terrible idea, but I can usually apply it with just like 2. I don't think it's going to be worth running that when we're not running poison on the weapon, because it's either going to be one shuriken or 2 shuriken. But if I have it on both, I'd probably be closer into the 1 shuriken category. Because there are times where I hit the first shuriken and it's not quite enough, but it's almost there. Which with an extra 20%, that would bump it up to where most cases are going to be a single. Like, let me try it, because the guy we were just fighting, he was a good example where I had to hit him with 2. If this is enough to bump him to one shuriken and he's poisoned, we'll run with that. And, you know, just leave it like that. Let me switch back my thing. No, we're still going to go for corruption, because we can get so putting poison on your weapon is only really needed if you're looking to run poison all the time. The only time this build is going to bother with poison is on the boss encounter, or if you're fighting like some elite that you're struggling with. The hell is my sting? And we can apply it so fast through our shuriken that it's not really needed for us to have it on the weapon. Same reason we don't need fire on the weapon. We can apply fire super easy with the ninja feathers. So with that covered, it's easy to get poison up. It's easy to get fire up if something happens to be weak. But the whole point is we want to, like right now, having poison against this guy, it doesn't matter because he's going to die instantly anyway. Damn it, still not enough. Yeah, spare medicine case. Burst counter after using Raijin Feathers allows you to cancel the animation instead of having the whole like second where your guy can't move. So just let you spit out more of them faster. I'm gonna go re-drop these guys now that they're all feral as well. I mean, you could do water on the weapon, take advantage of the water damage we're getting from the set, but elemental damage in general is ass. Whereas corruption is funny because it allows you to poo-poo on humans. And since I'm sure people are going to be farming that, it's the only latest one. All of these are from. I mean, I already have a good Kodama bowl, so I wouldn't need it, but I could work on that for the rest of the stream. Either that or co-op. I think, personally, one of the big things is I think that corruption just looks cool while you're swinging it around. Like the purple. I don't know. I know that's a dumb reason, but... Yamnaba. Not the chest we wanted. Do we want whirlwind kick? It can be good. Manscaped actually asked to sponsor me, but I'm like, I don't shave myself and then show it off on stream. Like, do a meme build like bombs? Dude, I actually tried doing that a while ago. And sadly, even if you inherit bomb damage on everything, it's still ass. Like, it's a crappier version of the kunai build because the bombs are slower. And the damage just isn't there. Efficient all. Yeah, let's do that. Let's knock out missions that I haven't knocked out. Get that level 300. Oh man, bomb builds, they're just not that good. They're not that good. I tried it. It sucks, but... Hmm? Bum, 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 bum. Parrying is easy with the right weapon. Some weapons is easier than others. I have no intention of going back to Horizon. Let's go, waifu. Oh, no, that's right. This one, okay. This one you gotta go up top and then drop down. No, I missed it. Son of a bitch. And then I think it's over. Is that where we drop? No. Naba. That's right, this is the Inera mission. Or Enra. What's your most next upcoming game? Probably Ghost come July. I mean, we're gonna wrap up Skyrim probably sometime next week, and I'll start messing around with Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma will probably take us through May up to Last of Us, and then that'll take us up to Ghost, I guess. I don't know. Everything is slow right now. There's just no releases. Kick him in the dick. Bum, 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 bada bum. Nope, never demo Ghost. I don't think we're getting Elden Ring for like another year. But yes, I'll have videos on it. I think I could jump in and go straight into... Yeah, I can. Oh, Maneater looks cool, dude. I can't wait for that. Just be a shark going around eating people. This is like just annihilating shit. Is that the last one? I think it is. A lot of people have been asking me about Stranded Deep, but I've heard it's just like a shittier version of Subnautica mixed with Raft. So I'm not sure. As a FromSoft player coming into Nioh, I'm pretty trash. What's your biggest tip for transitioning playstyles? Whereas Souls games are a lot more about timing and watching your enemy. Nioh is a lot more about aggression. Like, it's important to stay aggressive on the enemy. Like, you still got to learn them. You got to know, you know, what moves you can attack, what moves you can't. But aggression pays off big in Nioh. And then, yeah, obviously, key pulse and all that stuff, but... Oh, what the hell, man? Give you a +1 and you gave me a 0? Cheap ass little guy. No plans for Persona. Persona the kind of game that just takes hours, man. I only got 80 hours to dedicate to one game. It's just not my thing. Oh. Where is the host? You snake lady. Oh no! Am I dead? I'm dead. So I get for not having my buffs. Yeah, lady. Listen, I will spend 500 hours on Nioh because all 500 hours spent on Nioh is making a variety of builds. It's having a ton of fun playing, and it's content that people are interested in. Nobody wants to watch 80 hours of Persona because half the game is, let me go to the school and enjoy some dialogue. Let me go do my, oh, that's right, today I gotta work my part-time job serving French fries. Oh, now it looks like it's time for me to go to the batting cage. Like the whole, I mean, it's just mini games and dialogue and mini games and dialogue. And at the end of the day, that does not make for interesting video content. Even if it's a fun game to like chill out on your couch and relax to and just mess around with, nobody wants to come to my channel and watch 80 hours of me playing fucking mini games and getting into conversations with other NPCs. Like Witcher is a long-ass RPG. Witcher is also filled to the brim with like exciting quests and monster hunts and romance and all kinds of shit. It's about the content, and the content in Persona, it just isn't that interesting. Right? Like Nioh I can play for hours and it doesn't get tiring because we're flipping all over the place. We're doing these crazy attacks. We're making OP builds. Persona, you'd be watching the same amount of time, but it would be like the most enjoyable thing of a Persona playthrough is the music. Beyond that, shit is boring. It's the truth. It's just boring. Wants something warm. Wants the warm thing. I think he's talking about poop. He wants a dookie. You go, man. It's that warm thing. Oh, no, he didn't want the poop. Oh, he wanted sake. Well, he got shit instead. Sake is enjoyed cold and warm. I mean, let's be honest. Why would I think the sake I've been carrying in my pockets is already heated? If anything, it's like room temperature. I mean, it's the same Persona software. It's the same thing with the what's it called? Divinity. Divinity is also a great game. There is a ton of content in Divinity, a ton of build flexibility, a ton of in-depth story, but it's just way too goddamn slow for a stream. Yay, I finished everything. Exactly. Awesome to play, not to watch. Yep. All right, let's go through and just see how strong we are in certain fights with this. Fight some humans, fight some yokai. Scampus soul cords? Dumb luck. Dumb luck. That's it. Oh, shit. Paza couldn't even hit me, dude. Let me try going in and not even worrying about the poison. Scampus is a nice backup soul core. If you don't have Oni Bees, Scampus is a decent third slotter because it's just going to increase your Scampus duration by 20%. Which, I mean, 20% longer cat, yes. Red Dead we already did a YouTube series of, and I would not go back to that. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Red Dead. I don't know if it's the shitty control scheme or the constant cowboy playing as a cowboy jokes. Red Dead just does not entertain me in the slightest. Maybe I should have named my channel Fighting Weeb Boy, and then people wouldn't ask me to play Red Dead so damn much. The Tesso Fart is garbage. The extra backstab damage has potential. It's only like 1% or 2% or something, but... Right? Like, I would play GTA before I played Red Dead. Red Dead just... It's just not... I don't know. It's just not that interesting. We get A- on 2 stats from remodeling. Yeah, you gotta pick both stats. You press triangle to select one and then press X to select the second one. I like Spider-Man. I had fun with it. Wasn't a game of the year or anything, but I had fun. Yeah. So I gotta play. I need to adjust my playstyle for this. I gotta be more about dash in, dash out, as opposed to just straight aggression. God of War combat? God of War is more arcadey than Nioh's combat. So it's squishy, but the damage is definitely there. Death Stranding was Kojima's own personal love letter to his own vanity. And I refuse to play it. I would not describe it as an acquired taste. Whiskey is an acquired taste. Boy. I feel like this build could be run with just using the poison and fire and not even like fighting. But if you want to go in, you can whoop some ass. You just got an opening for it. Yeah, let me kill this guy one more time. I'll come drop it. What is your opinion about a possible return of Living Weapon? It's not going to return. And I expect Nioh PvP to be just as janky and terrible as it was in the first game. I have played Asura's Wrath. Fun game. Yo, what the hell? Why does his Reaper move forward? That's some bullshit. He's a surprisingly tricky fight considering we both have the same armor. Let's not talk about the Last of Us leaks. Leaks are shit. I don't like discussing leaks to begin with. Bum, 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 bum. See how this does against Shibata. Also, Sony isn't fucking around with the leaks. People that make content, like those YouTube channels that are like, let's talk about leaks. Sony is actually going around DMCAing channels that discuss them. They are not fucking around on people potentially spoiling Last of Us. Oh my god. Died to lightning. I feel like I need to use low stance more. Well, I'll just keep that on. If you have reverb, that's probably something with your speaker setup. Gotta be quick on the toes. Man, I'll still take Renegade over Crimson. Crimson is even worse. Renegade might whiff 20% of the time. Crimson is like a 50-50. He got his ass beat, man. I mean, Otakamaru was a good chunk of that, but even then, Renegade just beat the shit out of him. So, is there anything else this build needs? I'm trying to think if there's anything we don't have that we want, and nothing comes to mind. I think we're good. Passage to the Afterlife. So the set bonuses are all good. I like the final blow. Life, attack, untouched, elemental damage taken while guarding is on every piece. We went for poison accumulation and melee damage just for even more on the boss. Untouched, and Jitsu bonus on gauge. Speedrun shooting doji? God, I hate shooting doji. Well, I don't hate shooting doji. I hate speedrunning into him. That level is such a bitch. I'll put the rev down one more time. How's Blade Spin feel? Blade Spin is weaker than Renegade and weaker than Crimson, but it's like 100% consistency. Like every time you do Blade Spin, it will hit and it will track. Whereas Crimson has piss poor tracking and the highest damage. Renegade has decent tracking and decent damage. Blade has lower damage and really good tracking. But if you're using Blade Spin, you usually want the other ability, the one that increases the damage done by the blade part of the Kusarigama, and you're a lot better off increasing the damage from the weight, because the like this one, I think it's supposed to be like an 8% boost, whereas this one's like a 20% boost. So Shooting Star is just going to be better overall, because a lot, like all of your Kusarigama, you know, low stance, this is all weight. That whole thing is going to be weight. High stance, that's all weight. You know, so yeah, you want to lift up the blade if you're doing that, but you'll benefit a lot more from doing the bonus that helps the weight. I'm killing myself so people can start farming these soul cores off my body, so that they have them, because these 3 soul cores all have increased yokai damage and minus attunement, which makes them really good for this build. Yeah, basically creating a revenue. We're gonna kill what's his face and then we'll wrap up. I want to test it on this guy. You can forge a weapon with elements on them, yes. Nope, wrong button. Whatever. Boop. 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 We'll go after Otakamaru one more time and then we'll close out. Hit another row of friend requests for people farming. There's so many friends. What's your opinion, best stats for health regen? The only thing that's really going to help with health regen would be life gain on Amrita or life gain on your weapon. We gotta remember to use Summer Twilight. We really ramp our damage up if we use that more. Sit down, William. Now on PlayStation, it's actually the FightinCowboy, because the other one is taken. Have any more build ideas after this? Probably not. I mean, the hatchet and spear builds I did, those are still good. You just update them with inheritables on the gear. That's about it. Yeah, beyond this, I mean, unless I wanted to do like a dedicated anima build, but this kind of works for that as well. So, I don't know. After this, I don't think I have any more builds planned, at least until the DLC.
Let's go.
Because the hatchet build I have already takes advantage of the Katagarasu and hatchet set. Spear build takes advantage of multiple spear attributes and sets. We'll have a Kusarigama build, a Switchglaive build, a dedicated build for Ninjutsu and Omyo. You want to work with those more than the weapons. 2 different katana builds, 2 dual sword builds. Like, the only thing I haven't done would be like a ranged build or, you know, a bare hand. Bare hand is boring, ranged is gimmicky. There's really just nothing else to do, you know? Just wait for DLC and mess around and play and have fun. Stone build's not viable right now. Okay, bro, stop that. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'll still be doing Nioh weekly. Probably keep Nioh on Mondays. I'm gonna fight him again, but have my Twilight up at the start. Yep, we do For Honor on Friday nights. Though we don't have the gang together like we used to. Greg usually ends up working, Ron doing Ron. So, just been solo lately. Which isn't as fun, but, you know, is what it is.
You all set? Let's go.
Why would they nerf hatchets? Okay, screw this.
Let's get off them.
You're moving too much. Too much running around. Oh, we're throwing a weapon than a melee one. Well, that's the intent behind hatchets. The thing is, you need to make piercing hurl and all that good, you need to actually build around it. Like, I don't think that needs a nerf. Yeah, it's strong, but I mean, anything is strong when you have an entire build centered around it, you know? Like, if we're able to land a full Renegade Dragon, we're doing like a third of his health. Uncharted 2 has been on this channel for years. Hey, item drop rate. Otakimaru. Yummy. Let's use up the thing, see how close we are to 300. I'm sure Dream of the Demon will be plenty hard. Damn, still need 10 levels to go, so we're looking at 200 million or so Amrita. It's a lot. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap up here. What time is it? 9:30. I'll probably just wait and record this tomorrow. That way, the Discord doesn't get immediately flooded with a whole new set of people looking for stuff already. But I think this is pretty good where it's at. I don't think there's really much else we can do to make this any stronger. So, you try out Oni Saikon's build at all? Yeah, it's weak. There's not enough. The problem with the Oni Saikon build, which is really disappointing. Let me find the spear. I have a spear in here somewhere, I think. Well, let me go to the blacksmith. That works too. With Oni Saikon, we're getting 4% melee and 6% active skill damage. So just those two, we're only looking at like a 10% increase on an ability, which that's going to be overshadowed by this. The A bonus and 4% melee is going to be way more. And then even the other one, wherever it's at, it's in here somewhere. Skill damage bonus needs to be a lot higher. Like Master Swordsman, how it's 7%, 3%, and 40 attack defense, that's enough to put it ahead. But this, just having the 4% melee, 30 attack spear, and then the thrust bonus, that's going to beat out Oni Saikon on anything. It's way stronger. All right, last round of adding people who are trying to farm gear. And then we're wrapping up. I'll redrop my Revenant one last time as well. So many people. I wish there was like a way to just say like, isn't there like an accept all? Why doesn't PlayStation just update this shit so that I could just accept everything? Okay. So I'm going to redrop my Revenant one last time for those that are farming it on up. And then we will close out for the night. So no stream tomorrow. Never stream on Wednesdays. Thursday night, we are going to do Monster Hunter. We should have... If it's based on previous Monster Hunter times, Arc-Tempered Namiel should be out right around when we start the stream. So we'll be going after 18 Namiel and then maybe doing a little bit of Cove. And then, of course, Friday, as always, we'll just do some For Honor and have some drinks. So, as for putting this build on the channel, I'll probably hold off a little bit just because we just did the Switchblade build. Maybe I'll probably put it up sometime tomorrow. That way I don't got to worry about recording it tonight. But Corpse is down with all the gear and soul cores and all of that goodness. So if you're trying to get it, farm it on up. Otherwise, I will catch those of you that like Monster Hunter come Thursday. So adios, and I'll see you all then.